The more you practice stress, the more stressed you become. So what do we mean by this, right? Well, if you're going about your daily life and obviously you're going to become stressed at some point and you don't do anything to counteract this, then the next day and the next day and so forth, and you just keep compounding stress, then you end up just practice being stressed all the time, if that makes sense. A lot of people are functioning poorly like this and at this very high stressed level, but we kind of get used to it and then think it's normal, but you don't really know how, then you don't really know what functioning optimally feels like. Stress is basically an imbalance between the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. And when you're feeling safe, the body enters into a recovery state, which is parasympathetic. Stress is very subjective, but with new science and technology like an Oura ring or a watch or a hoop, we can now get tangible data that tells us how well we're recovering or how well we are coping with stress. HRV is an excellent way to assess resilience to stress and how well you bounce back from stress. HRV is basically heart rate variability and reflects what is going on in your nervous system, simply put. Your rest and digest system, parasympathetic mode, tells your heart to slow down and making room for variability between each beat. So that is like a higher HRV. Your fight or flight sympathetic mode tells your heart to speed up, limiting space for variability, which is a lower HRV. So how can you increase HRV? A good place to be is 80 MMS or more is very good. Anything below this would be considered quite low. Obviously, the scale is very dependent on the person, also how much muscle mass you have, age, there's many factors that play into it. Meditation, relaxation techniques, breathing, journaling, reading, anything where you are just trying to chill out is a good way to help you shift into parasympathetic mode, and all of these practices are more or less free. Breathing exercises is also great because it signals to the parasympathetic nervous system that you are safe and you're not stressed because you can focus on breathing. Breathing is fundamentally a process that is happening all the time without conscious control or focus. However, when we focus on it, we can use it as a tool to shift down in gears, down into a safer gear where we can literally train the body to begin restorative processes. Sleep and recovery is critically important for increasing HRV.